Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Triple N Talk Show. I am Dr. Nik Nikam. We are delighted you could join us. We have a fantastic program today. As you can see, we are all looking colorful, and that is because today is Diwali Day. So happy Diwali to each and every one of you, and welcome to Triple N Talk Show. And I want to say a couple of words about Diwali, and I also have these ladies say a few words about Diwali. You know, as President Obama has declared holiday for Diwali, which is a great accomplishment here in the United States. Let's all take this opportunity to visit a temple, pray, meet friends, exchange some sweets and gifts, and celebrate this as an international day of victory of good over evil. Uh, truth over, I'm sorry, victory of God over demons, truth over evil, justice over injustice, light over darkness, and humanity over hypocrisy within us. So if we can cleanse all these things within ourselves, the whole world will be a better place for all our friends and neighbors. Ladies and gentlemen, happy Diwali to you. Welcome to Triple N Talk Show. And today we're going to be talking about, of course, Diwali, and also we're going to talk about a fundraiser, which my friends are going to talk about in a couple of minutes. And we have two high fashion designers from India, and they are going to share everything you need to know about fashion and some of the tips on, to find out how to find the right kind of dress that would appropriately suit you for the occasion. So you're watching this on YouTube, which is coming to you live, and also on Google Plus. I am Dr. Nik Nikam, and while we are talking about YouTube and our channel, Nik Nikam channel, we have more than 700 videos accenting Indian experience. So you can browse through all our videos, and in fact, today also happens to be one of the historic day here in Houston, because later on at 8 p.m. at Minute Maid Park here in Houston, we're going to be having the god of cricket, Sachin Tendulkar, who is going to be playing in Houston for the first time in the history of the cricket in the United States. So we're all excited, and we are looking forward to a fantastic day, Diwali, and then we are fashion designers and also cricket. Okay, my special guests are, let me introduce Priya Chabriya, and she's going to tell us a little bit about herself. And next to her is Agnimitra Paul, right? Correct. Right. And next to her is Shilaja Bandapoyadhyaya, and next to her is my wonderful friend Nina Desai, who was Mrs. Bollywood Houston for year 2014. So, ladies, welcome to Nik Nikam Talk Show and Triple N Talk Show. We are delighted to have you. Give us a little bit about your experience with Diwali. Let's spend a few minutes with Diwali, and then we'll move on to the fundraising and your fashions. Okay, let's start off with
So
Priya.
this is my first Diwali not in India. So I'm actually glad to be wearing an Indian outfit. So at least I have a little bit of a feel of Diwali here. But back home, Diwali is all about Lakshmi Puja, bursting a little bit of firecrackers, celebrating sweets, and then giving bonus to all my employees. And it proceeds with a lot of card parties. And it's a lot of fun, actually.
That's fascinating. I have to say, this is the most colorful program we had ever since Triple N Talk Show went on air, and we are delighted to have you. Okay, Agnimitra, give us a little bit about your
I'm from Kolkata.
Okay, could you use the microphone, please?
I'm from Kolkata, and I'm a Bengali. So for me, Durga Puja is much bigger than Diwali.
I see.
But of course, we had Kali Puja yesterday.
That's right.
So last night. And Diwali is again with celebrating with friends, So we don't have Lakshmi Puja at home, but I have a lot of non-Bengali friends. So celebrating with them, and of course, doing a lot of business this time, because this is the season time for us.
I know.
So it's a good time for us also.
So this is the biggest festival for you, for fashion designers.
Yes, actually. Yes, actually. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk to Shailaja.
Since I'm half South Indian and half Bengali, by birth I'm a South Indian. So, and by marriage I'm a Bengali. So I have both Lakshmi Puja and Kali Puja. So, and Diwali for me is a time together with friends, family, and goodwill, doing a lot of goodwill. So that is what Diwali means for me.
Well, since you said you're half South and half North Indian, I like to say I'm a Maharashtrian, but I grew up all my life in Karnataka, Mysore. So I'm used to the southern side of celebrating Diwali, which is, of course, doing the Lakshmi Puja. And then, of course, in the evening, we light up all our compounds, as they used to call it, with diyas. And of course, we'd visit friends, and we used to use this sugar cane and sugar cubes and sesame seed with all kinds of nuts put together. And that was, this is supposed to be also a new year. So we all have wore some nice fancy clothes, not like this one, but but at least, something, new.
Yes.
Nina, let's hear from you.
Okay, well, I'm Nina Desai, and I am Gujarati. Having never lived in India, though, I grew up over here and celebrated Diwali with my grandparents. So I was very fortunate to have family nearby that we could celebrate this occasion. And for me, in addition to wishing friends and family, I feel like it's a time to reflect, an inner reflection on what we have done in the past year and how we can make ourselves bigger and better to serve other people in the future. So that's what Diwali is for me.
So your Diwali is sort of like an American version of
an American
Indian
version.
Diwali. Talking about American version of Diwali. In fact, we are going to be having a Diwali celebration at the Minute Maid Park during the cricket game, when Sachin Tendulkar is, of course, going to hopefully light a candle. And this is, in this way, Diwali is going to be broadcast to the entire world, not just here in Houston. And there may be even 20,000-30,000 people there. So maybe we are going to celebrate the biggest Diwali ever here in Houston history at the Minute Maid Park. And that's, we are talking about the cricket match, which is going to be happening at 8 p.m. today. And okay, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching a Triple N talk show. It is coming to you live on YouTube and also Google Plus. And please do visit our YouTube and subscribe to our channel. And also we have a Facebook page called Nik Nikam Network, where you can get the latest buzz as to what's happening in Houston and around the world. And we are talking about fundraising. Nina, let's start off with you and talk about the fundraiser that is coming up this Friday.
Okay, so this Friday we have a fashion event.
Yeah.
Sorry, we have a fashion event. It's called Ramp with a Cause. And basically, our two designers are here that are going to be showcasing their beautiful collection, one from Mumbai, one from Kolkata. And we hope to raise funds that evening that will support the Clean India Act, which is going on in India right now, the Swachh Bharat mission. And that is to bring sanitation facilities to the underprivileged. So that's what Ramp with the Cause is. The program itself, we have 3 levels of ticketing.
Yeah.
Tickets are available on sulekha.com. We have balcony seating, table seating, which includes dinner, drinks, appetizers, and gives you a close-up view of our beautiful models that'll be there on Friday evening. The event is taking place at the Old Stafford Civic Center here in Stafford, Texas. And as I said, it begins at 7 p.m.
So you touched upon some of the charities that you're going to be supporting. Could you elaborate on the charities that are going to be supported?
I think Shilaja wanted to talk about that, so I'll hand it to her.
That's okay. This is an effort in collaboration with IDRF, which is based in New York.
Yeah.
IDRF is India Development Relief Fund. What we are going to do is, like Nina said, once the proceeds are collected, we would be working with 2 NGOs back home. One is in Gujarat, which is called Samarth Trust, and one is in Bengal. It's called ERDS. So those are the 2 charity organizations that will be working with, making sure the proceeds are put to the right cause and right efforts.
That's right. What motivated you ladies to get started on these projects?
Basically, this event is being hosted by Alpana Event Designers, and it is being spearheaded by 3 women. Pial, Momo, and myself. So we 3 of the women, we came together with we have same skills, same taste and everything, and we all 3 come from families that are well-to-do families. And when we got together, we formed this company. We decided that in a year we will be doing a couple of events which would benefit women and children.
So maybe you can tell us what's the goal of this particular event.
Sure. So our goal for this event is, as I mentioned, it was to provide sanitation facilities for the villages in Kutch and in Bengal. And we hope that with the funds that we raised tonight, we're able to place a simple toilet, something which we take for granted in this country. I mean, growing up here, having a nice home, there's only 2 people left in my home now, but I have 5 bathrooms. And many people that are in India, they are having to go out into the fields to use the bathroom. So they are at risk, especially women and young girls are at risk of getting raped, molested. And of course, the men, you know, you have snake injuries, bug bites, you know, all sorts of things. So, you know, this is, like I said, something we take for granted. Even when we're traveling here in the United States, we're kind of picky. You know, we'll stop at a Buc-ee's or something because we know that their toilets are clean. And in India, they don't have that. They don't have that ability or that facility that we have over here. So doing something like this, we're hoping it will provide a family a safe environment, and husbands, fathers, brothers don't have to worry about the females in their family when they go out to use the bathroom.
That's true. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Triple N talk show, which is being live video streamed to Google Plus and also YouTube. Talking about YouTube, we have more than 700 videos accenting our Indian experience here in the Houston area. You can visit our YouTube, which is Nik Nikam, and browse through all these videos and also keep track of what's happening in and around the town. We also have a Facebook page, which is Nik Nikam Network, where we keep you abreast of the latest buzz in the Houston area and also around the globe. And of course, the hottest topic this evening is going to be cricket match, which is going to be at the Minute Maid Park starting at 8 p.m. And okay, you want to give us a little overview of what people can expect without giving out all the secrets?
Well, you're going to see some beautiful models. We have both male and female models that'll be showcasing these lovely ladies' collection over here. Agnimitra is bringing us threads of India. And then Priya is bringing us the wedding collection. So if there are people that have weddings coming up in their home in the future, the near future, they obviously want to come out and see the latest designs of the wedding collection. And the threads of India are the sophisticated silks and the different needlework and everything that you're going to see on our beautiful saris. So it's going to be an exciting evening, lots of fun, lots of fashion, food, drink, the whole 9 yards. It's a night full of entertainment.
And don't forget the great cause.
Of course. I mean, that's above and beyond, and everything else is the cause. The cause of the evening is to provide sanitation facilities.
That's fascinating. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to tell you, I have no clue about fashion or design or whatever it is. I'm going to be learning a great deal this evening. I'm a cardiologist. I fix broken hearts. I know I look old, bald, and wrinkled, but I'm still looking. Okay, let's start off with Priya Chabriya and also Agnimitra Paul, and let's turn our attention to fashion. So maybe we start off with Priya. Maybe you can just give us an overland, just brief introduction about fashion and what fashion line you are involved with.
Well, fashion is something that everybody is a victim of in some way or the other. Some people start their own
You're
style.
being very modest by telling the truth.
I mean, whatever it is, very
Yeah.
few people really wear whatever they want to wear. They always look out for and wonder what should you wear to a certain occasion or on a daily basis, which is not bad. I think it's a great thing.
Yeah.
And about myself, I'm from Bombay and I have a store in Bombay, and I basically specialize in Indian clothes, more for evening wear and weddings. And I started off in 2003 with a brand called Priya and Chintan, where we used to design for Bollywood celebrities. I've been coming to the States for the last 10 years. We do trunk shows all over.
Yeah.
And now the brand name has changed to Priya Chabriya,
I see.
but the sense and sensibility is the same.
So did you have like a formal training in fashion design, and where did you do your training?
Yes, I trained in Bombay for 3 years at SNDT, and then I did a small stint in London College of Fashion as well.
I see, yeah. So are you bringing in the European or Western styles into the Indian clothings?
Yeah, actually, I love to do the whole fusion thing,
That's
like
right,
take
yeah.
a little bit of the Western cuts because everybody's wanting comfort at the end of it. They don't
Yeah.
want to go. So I'll have a lot of saris which are pre-stitched like a
I
skirt.
see, yeah.
So it's easy to wear and it's like a skirt, but actually it's a sari. So there are a lot of ensembles that we try to invent which makes the client comfortable, but still has the Indian look to it.
My closest contact with fashion is just about a year ago. My son got married,
Okay.
and his fiancée was trying out the dresses. The only thing I remember is I had to spend 8 hours. I was under house arrest in that store on Hillcroft. So that's my experience. So, okay, let's hear from you a little brief introduction, and then we'll go in depth so that people will learn something about what fashion is, what is trend, and so that I'm not buying like 5-year-old fashion when I go to the store.
Yeah, I'm from Calcutta, and my brand name is Agnimitra Paul in
Yeah.
my name. I did a formal training from Birla Institute of Technology, Calcutta. And after that, I have been doing fashion weeks. You know, we have Lakme Fashion Week in India. So I have been part of Lakme Fashion Week for many seasons. My forte is I like doing fusion clothes, especially with Indian textile
I see,
and
yeah.
Indian craft. The various beautiful Indian textile that we have, like Ikkat, the Baluchari of Bengal, the Fulia Tat of Bengal. And recently I've been doing a lot of work with Madhubani painting. Madhubani painting is a beautiful piece of art. It's from Madhuban district in Bihar. Madhuban painting was usually being done for pictures and rugs and table covers and bed sheets, these kind of things. But Madhubani painting hasn't been used in Western clothing or Indo-Western clothing, till now. So I have been trying to work with the artisans of Madhuban district. I've also been doing a lot of work with muslin with the government of West Bengal. Muslin, Bengal muslin, these stories that muslin at one point of time, it was so fine and beautiful that used to pass through the finger ring.
Yeah.
It was that fine, a sari used to pass and you could fold it and keep it in a matchbox. So I'm the chief fashion consultant for West Bengal government for this project called Club Muslin. And whenever you are in Kolkata, please visit our store, Club Muslin. We have been trying to give work to a number of weavers in West Bengal, and they are trying to again get back that the muslin that we have. So these are the kind of work that I've been doing. My clothes are very, very simple, very straight line, simple clothes. I will not say it's for evening wear, but also for evening wear, day wear. It's for that kind of women, who are very independent, confident, and has a very strong presence of mind. I think it's for that kind of women. Yeah.
It's fascinating. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Triple N Talk Show. I am Dr. Nik Nikam, and this is coming to you live on YouTube and also Google Plus, and also you can visit our Facebook page, which is the Nik Nikam Network, and also we have an app for Apple and Android devices. It's called NNN Media. You can download it anywhere around the globe, and you can follow us with all our talk shows and interviews and all the things that we do. Okay, I'm going to be asking a few questions. Both of you ladies can answer these. You see, it seems like your whole life is in speculation. What is going to be the new trend, and how successful it's going to be, or do you have a mathematics or science?
Not really. We don't have mathematics or science, but it is completely of your mind and soul. It's again a science, but it is only with mind and soul and what you feel. It's such a creative world that you need to feel for that. All my garments I feel are my babies. I'll be very happy if everything gets sold, but when my clothes get sold, I feel sad that my babies are going away. So it is made of out of so much of love. But yes, I mean, we definitely have to keep in mind the trend. But I personally, I like to make, very classic pieces, which is, not for the next 6 months, It's not a fad or a trend, which is like, okay, I'm going to buy it and I can wear it for the next 6 months and not after that.
Yeah.
So I want to do pieces, or I rather do pieces which is like evergreen, I would like to pass it on to my daughter and to my daughter-in-law. So, those kind of pieces, I'm more comfortable doing it.
Let's hear from Priya. She has a
Oh, yeah,
microphone. You took him.
Yeah.
Well, I get a lot of because my clothes are more evening, more wedding. So the moment a client walks in and she's like, "Oh, I'm spending so much money on it. I want to wear it again and again and again." So that's the first thing that we have to keep in mind with people, because when they are buying designer wear, they are spending an X amount, and as she said, you follow certain trends, but you don't go crazy behind them, because eventually you have to create your own style. So when someone wears a garment by Agnimitra or by me, someone should be able to tell this is this designer's style. So that main sensibility stays. But yeah, there are global trends. There are companies which come up with trends that are supposed to be there for X, Y, Z season. But again, in weddings, you can't go like winter, summer, too crazy with it. So it has to be more classic, and something that, I have brides who wear their clothes even from 8-10 years back. And I'm really happy to hear that, actually.
That's fascinating. How do you determine what is going to be in trend or vogue 6 months or a year from now?
So a lot of it comes from history. There'll be, the 60s coming back. There is a company actually that dictates that globally. There is a fashion trend company that dictates that, okay, the next year will be influenced, next season is influenced
like
by
pants, things like that.
Yeah, so eventually, people say that you can keep your mother's clothes because it will come back,
That's a pretty good advice, that itself might save a few dollars.
Absolutely. I feel bad my mom has thrown away hers though.
Okay, let's hear from you.
Yeah, it's right now I think the trend also is more of sustainable fashion. We are talking about saving the earth and global warming and these kind of things. So
eco-friendly.
Yes, eco-friendly, and we are coming up with these kind of ideas that don't throw away your clothes. The more you recycle your clothes and the more you wear it in maybe in a different style, you are helping the earth. Maybe we could last a few more thousand years. So that way, I feel that's also a very good kind of fashion, which we are trying to do. And other than that, I think Bollywood is a big influencer, especially in Indian fashion and for Indians around the world, not only in India. The global, the big giants are there, but then Bollywood movies are taking ideas from the global trend. But finally, what we are, modifying it, and something is coming up which is being followed, but not only by Indians but by also everybody, around the world. So we are extremely happy that Aishwarya and Mr. Bachchan and Mr. Shah Rukh Khan, everybody has become not only like an Indian ambassador to fashion, but they are like global fashion ambassadors.
That was my question as to how much does Bollywood influence fashion designers, or how much do the fashion designers influence what we see on Bollywood silver screens?
I think it's both ways. There are stylists who would pick up, say, her outfit and make Deepika wear it, and then when Deepika wears it, suddenly that's the next big thing. And then suddenly you'll see 25 designers doing their own versions of the same. So it's kind of a cycle, I would think. But it's much, much, much more global, more aware. And I think the moment a star wears something, she'll put it on Instagram. The moment it's on Instagram, everyone all over the world is following her. They'll see it, and then they'll be sending it to their designers that, where did she get this from? Where can I get this? So it's a very quick circle. Earlier, we would wait for it to come in a Femina or a Vogue, wait for the print to come and then find out what they're wearing. Now it's like at lightning speed.
You were talking about keep your grandparents, parents dressed and all this. I have dresses more than 20 years old. The only problem is I don't fit in any one of those.
You can always alter it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching a Triple N talk show coming to you live from Houston, Texas. It's being live video streamed to YouTube and also Google Plus. While you're on YouTube, you can watch more than 700 videos we have accenting our Indian experience here in the Houston area. We also have a Facebook page called Nik Nikam Network, where you can get all the latest buzz that is going on in the Houston area. And the latest buzz this evening at 8 p.m. is going to be the cricket match, where the god of cricket, Sachin Tendulkar, is going to be playing at the Minute Maid Park in Houston, Texas. So we are talking about Indian fashion design, and my special guest, Priya from Mumbai. I had to say Bombay because when I left India, it was Bombay.
Yeah. We all prefer Bombay.
You prefer that one?
Yes,
that's right.
Yeah.
And also Agnimitra Paul from Calcutta. Or maybe she doesn't agree.
Kolkata.
Kolkata. See, that's why I knew that she was not going to agree with me.
Even if I agree, Mamta won't agree. So.
I know. So you have two other people who are going to be, supporting you. Okay, we are talking about latest fashion designs in India, and we have two experts on fashion design from India. Okay, let's talk about, walk us through, you start off with a fashion vision. And what transpires, what are the steps that you go through to make sure that it comes on the shelves and becomes successful?
Why don't you start?
Yeah, I think, the first is the idea as to what I'm trying to work with in this season. Like when I started working with Madhubani painting, it was something which no other designer had done it that way. So it is firstly as to how I'm going to use Madhubani painting, because it's very colorful,
Yeah.
So how you are going to use it on Western clothing or fusion clothing and still make it fashionable, because it is very, very colorful. As to what fabric you're going to use, textile, because the painting will be done hand painted, it's all hand painted. And on what base fabric will you be using it? And then the silhouette, as to what silhouette you're going to use, which is, you're going to make, which will be saleable, because you might be creative, but ultimately at the end of the day, you have to sell your product. So, I think this is the process. And then a lot of research work goes into it as to what is the kind of origin of Madhubani painting, what are the motives. There are certain, like we use god and goddesses. Now, you can't use god and goddesses on your trousers. Nobody was going to wear it.
Or there was a big uproar in India.
Yes.
But when an Australian had a tattoo or something like that.
Yeah, even with the Indian flag, there was a big uproar where a design was made in a sari where in the Indian flag was on the the border of the skirt. Yeah, so it was, you have to be very sensitive to these kind of things. So a lot of research work goes, and then you try your luck, and sometimes it's a super hit and sometimes it's a flop.
What about your experience?
Well, when it comes to bridal clothes, my first thought is like, if I'm getting married, what would I want to wear? Right? Because I only make clothes which eventually I feel like, okay, if this doesn't sell, I'm going to wear it, because I guess that's the only way it works with me. So if you're happy, then even if it doesn't sell, it's all right, right? So with me, a lot of times it starts with a fabric. So I'll see a fabric and then the design comes out of that. Many times it's an embroidery where I love the embroidery that we've come up with. And then, so every time it's different, but I don't do too many collections. I do more one of a kind. So I'll make an outfit. Once it sells, I try to not repeat the same design again. So in fact, I have to come up with double the number of designs because I don't try to repeat them that often.
See, we had the same situation in medical research. We start off with a drug and see if it works. And if in the initial studies, if it doesn't work, sometimes they may have to just abandon the whole process. Does it happen to you where, you come off with a design and you get halfway through and do you do like trial runs to see how small group of people like it?
Sometimes if it's like a large collection, then you would probably make a sample collection and then show a few people around. But usually I think in the initial stages, you need to do that to get feedback. And then you kind of, once you know your clientele, it's much easier and a little faster than that.
Okay, you ladies can give out your contact information in case somebody wants to get in touch with you. This YouTube goes all across the globe, so.
Okay, my website is www.priyachabria.com. The Instagram page is Priya Chabria Designs, and all the other information is on that. There's a Facebook page, there's the email, everything's on the website.
Yeah, my website is www.agnimitrapol.org, though it's in a modifying stage right now, so we are getting it renovated. My I have a Facebook page, but I'm not very active with Facebook. I have 2 stores in Calcutta, so if you're coming down to Calcutta, you can have a look at my store. My number is 9831137298. And I'm also supplying to a number of stores all over India. So over there also it's available in Agnimitra Paul brand name.
Oh, that's fascinating. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the Triple N Talk Show here on coming to you live on YouTube and also Google Plus, and you can also download our app for Android or Apple devices. It's called NNN Media. And okay, let's talk about how many new clothes you all design in a year or so, just approximately.
It depends, it's more of a season wise,
Yeah.
like in the summers we come up with a summer line, and then we come up with a festive line during this season, and then the winter line. So basically for me it's 3 seasons. And if I'm going for the fashion week, then it's again accordingly, which fashion week I'm going, whether it's the autumn line or whether it's the summer line, that way.
How about you? So your wedding lines are a little different.
There's so many, my God. I have a store in Bombay, so I come up with almost, I would say, on an average, 20 to 30 pieces every month. And then whichever my buyers are, I supply to some stores in the US as well. So whatever they order, then that's. So I don't have a count actually.
So would I say you'd be doing all your designs even in your dreams and all this?
It's actually really, it's actually, it doesn't leave you, because if you go to a wedding, people are like, hi, how are you? So what's in fashion? So even if you don't want to think about it.
I know, that's why I say.
Even if I go to a beach, I'll be looking at someone's swimsuit and I'll see the colors and or maybe I'll see the beach, the color of the water. Things are always inspiring you. I don't think you can stop thinking about it.
So do you, or you have an agent who take a lot of pictures when you go to all these different functions or celebrations, so you get an idea as what looks colorful in action or in motion?
No, I don't have any agent as such. I think myself I do it. Like last night, we were in some place and where we were watching some pictures, and the gentleman over there, our host he's a photographer by choice, by hobby, so he had taken a lot of pictures, and he had taken some pictures of the Grand Canyon.
I see.
And the pictures that he had taken, the Grand Canyon, the design of the Grand Canyon, like the way he has taken it, looks like the petals of a flower. So while looking at it, there were a lot of ideas which were coming in, as to if a line could be made on maybe the Grand Canyon. I had been to Bhutan actually for a holiday, and over there once when I was there, I just went for a holiday, and the Bhutanese women are they wear very colorful clothes. They're very hardworking. They are the main earners of the family, and they wear beautiful clothes, and the brocade that they wear, the silk that they wear is beautiful. So I ended up buying so much of fabric from Bhutan, from Thimphu. And then I made a collection called Notes from Bhutan, and that was one of my collection in Lakme Fashion Week. And my showstopper was Kelly, the ex-boyfriend of Lara. And Kelly, being from the royal family of Bhutan, he carried it so well. So you just get ideas, and you feel like taking those and making a collection.
That's fascinating.
You just don't stop working, basically.
Well, that's why I said, because to me it looks like you're in research and development from morning 24 hours a day. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching a Triple N Talk Show, which is being live video streamed to YouTube and Google Plus, coming to you from Houston, Texas, and we are talking about fashion design. And my special guests are Priya Chabria from Bombay and Agnimitra from, I have to say, Kolkata.
Yes.
Right? Oh, okay. I have another important burning question, and that is, if somebody, an important prominent person, let's say a movie star, you pick the name, they try your design clothes and they walk on the ramp, do they get to keep those dresses? This is a very important question.
Actually, they don't. I mean, they can keep it, but
Yeah.
they don't because they've already been photographed in it. They'll probably keep something else,
Oh, I
which
see, a
they can
different-
use another time.
Oh, you mean they can only wear all these clothes only once?
Absolutely. So they actually all
That's
celebrities.
a very important point for
Yeah.
our audience.
All celebrities all over the world have
Yeah.
their own stylists.
Oh, I see.
And the stylist will speak to a designer and say that this is the occasion, we're looking for a red dress. And they'll approach a couple of designers, and whichever outfit suits the occasion, the celebrity wears at that time.
I
So
see.
it's like a publicity for the designer, and the celebrity gets a new outfit every time.
If it's me, I say, just give me whatever you got. It doesn't matter to me. How about you?
Yeah, it works the same way. Yeah, you don't usually give the outfit because they have worn it already.
Oh, I
But
see.
because they are doing this favor for us by walking the ramp, we are getting great publicity. We would like to, give another outfit or get something, absolutely different, something done for her
Oh,
or
I see.
him. Yeah.
Okay, again, let's give out your contact information so that if somebody is watching, they can get in touch with you.
Yes, my number is 98311 My website is www.agnimitrapol.org. And I have 2 stores in Calcutta under my brand name, Agnimitra Paul. And I supply to a number of stores all over the country. So wherever you are, if you can ask for Agnimitra Paul, if the store has it, and you can get to see my collection. Yes. And of course, we are seeing, I think, all of you on 13th of November.
My website is www.priyachabria.com. All my details are on it. My store is in Bombay, and I also supply to a store in Chicago called Raz, in Los Angeles at Fashion by Rohini, and it's also online on indianroots.com. Otherwise, you can just go on the website and email us or text us, and we'll get back to you.
So do you all have contact with all the celebrities, or do they come and say, okay, I wanted to design a particular dress for this particular annual function or something like that, like Filmfare Award, or I don't know what it is because I left India, I don't want to say how many years.
Yes, we do have. My base is Kolkata, so we are not that fortunate to be in touch with Bollywood all the time, like my friend is. But stylists actually they get in touch with us. They
Yeah.
mail us that maybe after 3 days we have a shoot. So if you can send us a collection or a piece which is like
Yeah.
this is, so they give us a description, and we courier it to them. So if for any function the celebrity will be wearing. Other than this, I also design for movies, and I'm very much in touch with
I
Bengali movies in
I see.
Kolkata, which is called Tollywood,
Mhm.
like Bollywood. And I have almost everybody from Rituparna Sengupta to Raima Sen, and everybody I have designed for their personal wardrobe as well as for movies. So they are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easier for me to design for Tollywood, being
I
based
see.
out of Kolkata.
That's-
Yeah.
How about you, Priya?
Yeah, we do get requests like being in Bombay, obviously,
I
they
know.
have more access. And I think people who are dealing with celebrities, they don't never get time to make something. You're never given even a
Yes,
week. It's
yeah.
like they have to wear something tomorrow. What do you have today?
I see,
So,
yeah.
yeah, we get a list of requirements. As I told you, they have colors, they
Yes,
have
yeah.
an occasion, and then whatever suits them, they come and be their guests and pick up whatever they like.
Oh, that's fascinating. What is the lifespan of like a top successful fashion dress you all have designed?
It could be even up to, I would say, 10, 15, 20 years. It depends on the fabric because
see.
certain fabrics like silks, they tend to melt over a couple of years. But if you maintain, embroidered garments maybe in a muslin cloth
I
or let it, and it also depends on the weather because with humidity, like in Bombay, everything will get spoiled in a couple of years. So if you maintain it well, you dry clean it, you air it out, I think it would last at least a decade.
Yeah, don't worry about Bombay. Houston is famous for humidity and bugs. That's why they call this as the humbug city. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about fashion from India. My two special guests are Priya and Agnimitra Paul from India. Yes, and hopefully you can watch this, and you can also contact. Do you all sell your line of clothing on the websites?
My clothes are sold on indianroots.com, and then my own website will go online in December.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, my website is also under renovation.
Microphone.
Yes, my website is also under renovation, and I'll be starting off soon. And I'm starting off with Amazon, so you can see my collection at Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have another stupid question here. Are men colorblind?
Many times.
Explain to us, so maybe we can.
I have
learn something.
experienced it so many times. They're like, this is red, and I'm like,
Give
no,
us
it's
some
blue.
examples, real, like classy examples.
No, I think men are colorblind by choice, because when the wife is around or when the girlfriend is around, intentionally.
Really?
Yeah, just to show that, okay, we don't understand fashion, so you can go out of the store, as soon as possible.
Sometimes I've seen men putting on like 4 different like ties of one color, and they're totally contradicting to the shirt and the pant and the jacket all together. But so you're saying they may be doing it intentionally?
No, I think, like my parents, my mom or my dad, I don't think fashion was that important that time. And especially for men, I never saw my father, okay, a blue check shirt and a blue trouser.
Yeah.
There can't be anything else, in a men's wardrobe other than that. But right now, I think there are a lot many choices for men, and you really can't say that, I don't understand fashion. And if fashion is so important, it's like an extension of your personality. So, those days are gone that, I'm a scientist and I'm a doctor, so I don't need to know fashion. Those days are gone. Fashion is like a packaging, you need to package yourself. So I think that's very important.
Maybe I shouldn't say this. There's only ladies here. Because the men say, I have no voice, so what's the point in expressing it? Okay, let's hear from you.
Well, I don't know if they're blind or they're genuinely colorblind, or they just don't understand one color. I mean, because we're trained and we're creative people, we would know indigo from purple to an aubergine to a magenta. But for them, all the blue shades are one color and all the shades of red are one color. So it's like you can't get into shades and details of color.
Then how come we have some male designers, who are very, very successful?
No, a lot of male. I mean, I'm not generalizing, but yeah, they are the creative ones. There's no doubt about it. They are definitely not colorblind.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Triple N Talk Show. We're talking about fashion, and of course, we're going to come back to the reason they are here in Houston, and that is to help with the fundraiser for our Al Puna project, which we're going to have Nina and also Shilaja explain in a few minutes, and walk us through, like doing a fashion show. How much of the work is going behind the scenes? We want to really know, so that people don't understand or appreciate how much effort is involved in putting a fashion show together.
I think all the work is behind the scenes.
I know.
The fashion show would last like a couple of hours. The actual show would be like maybe an hour or so. And the work is going on since more than 6 months. So because we've been in talk for 6 months, getting the venue, getting the choreographer. I mean, these guys have done a great job. And then as a designer, we prepare the collection,
I see.
According to for her, it was about the threads.
Yeah.
For me, it's about the bridal collection. So it takes time. Like each garment takes so much time to make. You bring it here, and then the show just gets over like that.
That's right.
And then you have restriction in baggage.
Yeah.
So, that's such a big thing. We do so much, and then ultimately Shilaja tells me 46 kgs. So every time you pack a suitcase and you are going to the weighing machine, just see whether it's so you want to bring everything, or your store over here, but you can't really. You have to only get your best pieces.
And here's another question which I watched as my son and his fiance were selecting clothes. Most of us are selecting clothes, at least bridal clothes, maybe first and last time in our life, unless you have siblings, and you like to go and sit there shopping for 8 hours. How can they know, what is the latest design, or what is the latest trend, or what is in vogue?
Well, they have to make a little bit of an effort.
Research.
There are so many blogs, there are so many magazines, there are so many websites,
Yeah.
and then if they're fortunate enough to get the right designer, I'm sure they'll be guided through once they get their calling, where they're gonna
Yeah.
get their clothes from.
So, are there any like fashion publications or sites that you recommend for people who are just starting fresh, like the young ladies or men in this country?
For weddings, there's a website called weddingsutra.com. There's also one called the Delhi Bride. So they're all bridal-based websites, which they can go on to, where they show testimonials, what brides wear, where do they have weddings. And a lot of the the future brides do follow those trends. But otherwise, there are so many
sites are
so
there,
many
yes.
blogs and so many sites. Yeah.
Nowadays with Photoshop, they can do all kinds of stuff. I mean, they can make you a president of the country or put you in jail. What I have a suggestion is, do you all have like a virtual showroom where you can take a person's face and fit on any and all your dresses without having to, spend
Travel.
8 hours spreading all these dresses and say, well, this is not what I want. Let me go to the next store.
You have a software like that. I don't have it, but you have it. It's there in the market where you can get into the clothes and you can see it like 360 degrees.
360 degrees.
Yes.
So do you have something like that? Or?
No, because I think we need to photograph the garment first, 360, and then it's the person's, face would come on it. Besides, I do one of a kind. So the moment that piece is sold, I don't do it again. So I think it would be too much of an effort to do it on every garment.
No, I think in the future it may be useful.
It would be.
Because, as I said, it is so much easier for people to, because they want to see not how they look in the mirror, how they want to see how they look in the picture. So now they can actually see.
But something, this is something like every woman wants, is like feeling the cloth, which you can't do it online. Right. A woman loves to go to a store and feel saris and the fabric and spend hours. I mean, you will not understand.
Well, I do, because I just bought this one after feeling, oh man, it does feel good. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about Indian fashion clothes, and my special guests are Priya from Bombay and Agnimitra Paul from Kolkata. And okay, let's talk about how do you market to other countries like United States?
I've been coming to the United States for almost 10 years. So what I've been doing is that I do private trunk shows all over. I've done it in almost 15 to 20 cities now. And we also, that time we had advertised on ZTV or certain music, India Abroad. And then I did a couple of fashion shows in Atlanta, New York. But now it's all so different because there's social media is like the biggest form, and a city like Houston, radio is really big. So I think it just depends where we are going, and then we use different forms of marketing.
Agnimitra, how do you approach this?
I haven't started supplying to US. This is my first visit to US. And
welcome.
Yes, thank you so much. And hopefully Houston would like my clothes, and maybe this would be a stepping stone to go forward.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Triple N Talk Show. I'm Dr. Nik Nikam, and we are talking about fashion designers, Priya and also Agnimitra Paul. They are from India. Okay, let's turn to our two young ladies from here, from Houston and the Sugarland area, and let's conclude with the reason these two young designers are here from India.
Once again, thank you to both of you for bringing your beautiful collection here. We have, people have been bombarding us with, can we get a sneak preview? And it's like, no, you have to come to the show. You have to come to the show. So there's a lot of buzz. There's a lot of excitement to see what you are bringing to Houston. So thank you so much for that. And of course, we can't forget the cause that's at heart over here. Ramp with the Cause. It's the fashion show that will be the money that is generated on this Friday, the 13th, at the Stafford Civic Center. The old Stafford Civic Center will be going to the Swachh Bharat mission to build sanitation facilities in the rural villages of India. So we invite everyone to come out, see the beautiful fashion, and support this worthy cause.
Well, ladies, I want to really thank you very much for making this a very special Diwali day for us here in Houston. This is November 11, 2015. And of course, at 8 o'clock, we're going to be seeing our cricket god, Sachin Tendulkar, at Minute Maid Park in Houston, Texas. It's been a pleasure, talking to both of you ladies. I learned a great deal, but I don't think I'll be able to do anything about color blindness. And we'll be looking forward to seeing all your fashion designs at the Alpuna Ramp for Cause, right?
Yes.
At Stafford Center, the old Stafford Center. This is on Friday, 13th, 2015, starting at 6:30?
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
So please do show up in all your nice clothes so that you can also talk to these designers after the show. Thank you very much, ladies.
Lovely
and,
meeting you.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
We'll
Thank
see you next time, ladies and gentlemen. And please do subscribe to our YouTube channel and also our Facebook page. Thank you for your time.